My name is Tuesday Lockyer. My given traditional name is Muni. I'm a traditional name from the Pilbara group, the language group that comes from the Robe Valley, which we call Dadiwara, which runs by our town down there, Panawanika, which we call Tamamara. I find painting very, very relaxing. It's something I really enjoy, and it takes me to another place, takes me back home. So no matter where I am, if I paint, I can always go back home. And I do sell some of my paintings, although it's really hard for me to let go, because with every painting you're giving away a small part of yourself, so I find that sometimes very hard. So I tend to keep a lot of my paintings. My paintings are mainly about country, how I view country. When we've got all our beautiful wildflowers out, which is the painting that I've just recently finished. It's contemporary art. It's my personal form, of expression of what I feel and what I see. To me, it's very personal. I guess painters are pretty much similar to writers. You just can't sit in front of a blank canvas and begin to paint. You've got to wait. More than often, what happens with me is that I'll prepare a canvas, and it might take me a few days or even a week or so, even longer, before something comes to me. I never know what my painting is going to turn out like, because once I start painting, you just keep on going, and it just can't. And then the inspiration just flows, and it's really hard to stop. I had my young daughter Kimberly came to come and stay with me in Tom Price, and a couple of years ago, and I got her interested in painting as well. She'd never painted before. She's done very, very well. She's put in a couple of her pieces at Colours of Our Country for the last 2 years. Also, she put in a piece at the Cossack Art Awards. My other daughter, Sarah, has also started to paint. She paints on canvases, and what she does is that she makes diary covers out of them, and she has done quite well with those as well because they're waterproof. And once you've finished a diary, you can take your old diary out and slide in a new diary the same size. So they will last for many years, so it's awesome that I've got them interested as well. It's important that our young people have something to do today that holds some sort of meaning, and so I would encourage young ones to paint, because it does take you out on the country, it does bring your old people closer, it does bring you peace, and it takes you somewhere else, it takes your spirit to where your spirit should be, out on the country, and it's a beautiful warm feeling that you get. So it's important that, I would encourage young ones to start painting. I find that the paintings up here that are done up here in the Pilbara, the artists, say for the artists that are over at the coast, their paintings are quite different. And a lot of us tend to paint more about country, about our culture, of course the mining industry, what's happening to our country, which is quite sad, but that's progress at the end of the day. But I find some paintings are quite broad, whereas others are quite intricate. So yeah, it's pretty much different, I've found, which it's all about expressing their own ideas of what they see.
My name is Marlon Cooke. I'm a younger man from around the Pilbara and Tom Price area of the Pilbara region in Western Australia. I've been making artefacts for many years now. As a boy, I used to sit with my grandfathers and learn about different artefacts and weapons that used to be used and still used today, how to make them. And then once I was given the cultural authority in our traditional ways to make them myself, I started making them. We used to go out walking, looking for the different types of trees to make the spears, the boomerangs and all that. And you have to pick the right tree, you have to be taught on how to look for the right tree to make the certain weapon that you're looking at making. It's a very important trade to Aboriginal people. That's bullying them, huh? You're right. Yeah, you're right. Back. I'm currently living and working in Tom Price. And when I'm not working, on my spare time, I get out bush, take the young blokes out. Camping, hunting, and showing them how to make artefacts and which trees to pick and which wood to use. Pretty important trade to Aboriginal people, and trying to sustain it is a very important aspect to Aboriginal people today.
What are you doing with that?
Cut him off here, because he might split here, make that hole again. And it's very important that you carry on what's been passed down to you from your old people. Hold him to around that thing. Yeah, that's it. Making artefacts is just the one aspect of Aboriginal culture. There's other aspects such as land management. Land use is very important to use your land, get out on your country and manage it, look after it, cut your trees, what you need to make your artefacts, hunt off it, use your land as much as you can. See this? This is the reason why it's important to pass your trade down to the young people. To see this work coming from young blokes is very rewarding for us as Indigenous people passing our culture down. As Aboriginal people, it's very important that you get out with your elders, make contact with your country and make sure you learn what's been passed to your elders and pass it on down to your kids. Keep the culture and the language, law and ceremonies, keep it strong, keep it alive.
My name is Diane Lemak. I'm an artist. I live in Wakathuni community, about 25 k's out of Tom Price in the Pilbara. My mother is Saninawanga, grandmother's side is Ngalawanga. My grandfather is Injibari from Millstream and Kalawinji country. I started painting in Onslow at the Onslow CDEP. I remember going to work and painting there at the CDP with my sisters, Doreen James, Stephanie Percy, Gail Cox and my grandson Cameron Drake. That was around 1996. I didn't have a car back then, but family used to bring me to Waka. There was nothing here then, no houses, just all spinifex. Most of my families cleaned around the areas and built bough sheds. Everything I paint is in my feelings. Most paintings take 3 to 4 hours. I like the ideas of country and people and the impact of mining. I like all colours, but sometimes I mix the colours to make them bright and just use sponge and pot scrubbers for background patterns. But sometimes I start one painting, then something comes into my head and I leave that one and start a new one and then finish the other one later. I'd like to be an art centre here in the community where people can create and show their artwork. Also to show tourists and locals and all people so they can see their work. Older folks might want to do art too, just something to do for 3 or 4 hours at a time. I love to do my painting. I will always do it in the spare times along with running my trucking business. I run my earth moving and contracting business with my partner of 15 years, Hayden McKenzie. Our business has been going for 3 years now and it's been a rocky road like any other business, but if you keep trying, hopefully it'll turn out for the best. I'd like to see the young people get more into art or making artifacts, learning how the old people did it and to try and follow in their footsteps. Hopefully my son and niece and nephews will follow in my footsteps. But hopefully not in the near future.